Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you all would like to see how I achieved this look today, I show you how I normally do my hair, and I also showed you my everyday makeup. So if you would like to see that, then keep on watching. Alright, so let's get started. First, I'm just going to put my hair up with a little clip just to get it out of the way as I do my makeup. Okay, so I just zoomed you all in a little bit so y'all could actually see what I'm doing and see it clearly. So first I am going to be applying primer to my face, and this is the Rimmel Stay Matte Mattifying Primer. And it just looks like this, and I'm just going to apply that all over my face. Now this isn't my favorite primer of all time. I really haven't found a primer that I actually love and would keep using, because my skin is combination. Sometimes it's dry, sometimes it's oily, sometimes it's just normal. It just depends on where at and what type of year it is, I guess. But I have not found a product that I like when it comes to primers. So if you all have any suggestions, please comment down below, because I am in desperate need of a product that won't dry my skin out even more, but also won't leave me super oily. I just need one that's kind of in the middle, that hydrates but also keeps down the oils, if that makes sense. I don't even know if that's real or not, but I'm just throwing it out there. So next I'm going to be using a drugstore foundation, believe it or not. This is the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless Foundation, and this is in the shade 125 Nude Beige. I really don't recommend this foundation to you all because it does oxidize really bad. I've noticed that I look when I first tried it out, I was like, oh my gosh, this matches my skin. This is perfect. I found my drugstore foundation that I love. But a couple hours later, or even an hour later, I think, I kind of started turning tanner than I was, and I was like, oh no, what is happening? I've never tried a foundation that oxidizes, so it was my first time having a foundation that oxidized, and I was a little bit shocked. But if you all do get this foundation, it is pretty good except for the fact that it oxidizes. But if you do get this foundation, go 1 or 2 shades lighter. And I actually went to the drugstore, and I was going to get a lighter shade. And the only shade that they had was Nude Beige, which is what I have. And then they had nothing from Nude Beige to the lightest shade. They had nothing in between. So they had the lightest shade, and then they had Nude Beige and on. But they didn't have anything lighter than Nude Beige besides the lightest shade they offer. But I was like, I cannot do the lightest shade. That cannot work. So I think I'm just going to stick it out. If you all know how to keep a foundation from oxidizing, please let me know. I feel like I'm going to say that throughout this video because I need your all's tips. So I'm just putting this in with a dense cheap brush. I can't even remember where it's from or what it's called. But I do have bad acne right now, so this foundation does cover your acne pretty well. It's very buildable. Honestly, it can cover up just about anything that you all need. You can build it up. It can be sheer, and then you can also build it up to full coverage, which is what I'm trying to do just for my acne and my redness on my skin. So what I do is I just pack it on with a foundation brush, and then I go in with a dense brush and blend it out. I have been into lately just using brushes for blending in my foundation. I have no idea why, but I got a bunch of beauty blenders for Christmas, so many of them, the Real Techniques ones, and I'm just so scared to use them because they're so pretty, and then once you use them, they're so hard to clean. So I just haven't been using any of them. But if you all check at Ulta or Sephora, most of the time it's just Ulta, but lately they've been having sales on their holiday sets. And one of their holiday sets I bought from Ulta, and it was the Real Techniques Advent calendar, I think. And it came with all different types of sponges, so if you don't want to spend the money on all the sponges separately, then you should definitely get that little calendar because it comes with all the ones that they offer. And so you can kind of like test try them. And I think it was a regular $50, but I think I got it for $20. So a pretty good deal. So I'm just taking it down my neck also. Okay, so next I am going to apply concealer. I also have a drugstore concealer. This is one that I had never tried before. I mean, I hadn't tried the foundation, but I did hear like everybody talking about it. But this is the Maybelline Fit Me concealer, and it just looks like this. And I don't know if I like it or not. I mean, it does the job, but it's not like extraordinary or Shape Tape or anything. It is in the shade Light. So I'm just gonna apply this underneath my eyes and then on the high points of my face. I would say this concealer is like medium coverage. It's not full, but at the same time, it's not light, if that makes sense. I am also going to be applying this to my eyelids because lately I have been applying concealer to my eyelids instead of a primer. So I'm just going to blend this in with a Real Techniques micro sponge. I think that's what they're called. I really like these. I know Beauty Blender offers these, but to be honest, I don't want to purchase a Beauty Blender brand one in the big size or the mini size just because they're so expensive. And I know I can only use it for like what? I think the lifetime of those is like 1 to 3 months or something like that. So I really don't want to spend $20 every 1 to 3 months. Instead, I can buy 4 for that price from Real Techniques, I believe. And the big sponges, and honestly, they feel exactly the same. Like I felt the Beauty Blenders and the Real Techniques one feel exactly the same. Alright, so now that I am concealed, I am going to do some cream contouring, which I normally don't do on my channel. But I got the Hoola Quickie Contour Stick for Christmas. This is something that I asked for. And honestly, I absolutely love it. It only comes in one shade, so there isn't a shade name that I can tell you all. But I'm pretty sure it'll work on a lot of different skin tones. To be honest, when I contour my nose, I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm just contouring just because. So I'm just taking one of these like weird spoon brushes that you all have probably seen me use. I got it from TJ Maxx a long time ago and I really like them. They're just not very like sturdy. I've broke like 2 or 3. But I'm just going to blend this in. And when I cream contour, I make sure and get it in my hairline. And I just blend it into my hairline just so there isn't a weird white spot where my contour started and where my hairline is. I just don't like that. That's just my personal thing. So, to be honest, I don't know what the heck I'm doing with my nose contour, but we're going to make it work. But I'm just going to put some underneath my lip just to give me the illusion of having bigger lips. Alright, so next I'm going to be using a new product. This is the Too Faced Peach Perfect Mattifying Loose Setting Powder. And honestly, it smells so good. You know how everybody always talks about it? Like, it smells like peaches. It really does smell like peaches, so they aren't lying to you. So I like how it has this little flap right here, so it won't be as messy as the Coty Airspun. I think Coty, whatever it's called, Airspun powder. So you just flip it down and it keeps all the powder in. So I'm just going to put some in the lid. And then I'm not going to bake, but I am just going to set my face with the Real Techniques blush brush, but I don't really use it for blush that much. I mean, I do sometimes, but not all the time. I normally just use it to apply my loose powder. I'll just say when I bought this powder, it's so weird because it goes on white and then it like goes away. It's so weird. I know you all can see that on camera, how it goes on white. Like as soon as I tried it, I was like, oh my gosh, I just spent $30-something on a powder that makes me look super white. But it works great. I absolutely love it. It is cheaper than the Laura Mercier powder and you get more product. That is what I was checking. I didn't know if I wanted to get this or if I wanted to get the Laura Mercier powder because everyone talks about it. I haven't tried it. I've just been using drugstore powders lately. This is my first loose powder that I have got that was more high-end. I guess that's what you want to call it. The rest of them have been drugstore powders. So now I'm just going to take a break from the face, and I am going to work on the eyes. So I am going to use my Morphe 3502 palette. I still don't really like it all that much. I mean, it's okay. It's not the greatest in the world. That's just my opinion. But I am just going to be doing a more warm-toned brown look today. I am going to be using the transition shade Tan right here. Oops. This one. And I'm just going to apply this in my crease. Okay, so next I'm going to apply the shade Contour right here. And I'm going to apply this to my crease as well. Next, I'm just going to take another brush and blend it out. Okay, so next I'm just going to take a darker color, this one right here, and it is in the shade Dust. Okay, next I'm just going to work on the lower lash line just so it kind of evens everything out. And I'm just going to use this shader brush by Morphe, and I'm just going to dip into the shade Contour, the one that I used second in this look. And I'm going to put this on the outer part of my lower lash line. And I think that is basically it. I'm just going to add a shimmer shade from ColourPop, and it is their Super Shock Shadow, and this is in the shade Birthday Girl. As you can see, I've already used it, but I just discovered their Super Shock Shadows. Like, I knew everybody talked about them, but I just didn't believe it almost, or I didn't have the time to try it, and I was just like, whatever. But they really are what everybody says about them. They're so good. Like, I haven't even used Fix Plus, and it's already so shimmery. I really like this shade because it will work with whatever you have going on. It's just a pretty silver shimmer shade. I just really wanted to go with something natural that you all can wear every single day. So next I am just going to apply some bronzer. This is the Hoola bronzer. Okay, so next I'm just going to apply a Tarte blush, and this is in the shade Feisty. Here is what it looks like when it is opened up. Super, super pretty, and I'm just going to apply this with my powder brush. Alright, so next I am going to apply my highlighter, and this is the Becca highlighter in the shade Champagne Pop. I absolutely love their packaging. I think it is so sleek and so pretty. And so I'm just going to apply this to my nose and my cheeks and above the brow. So next I'm just going to apply a little bit of eyeliner. And this is the Kat Von D Tattoo Liner. And I'm just going to do a small wing. I'm not going to do anything too crazy. I say small and then it comes out huge. But anyway, I love this eyeliner. If you all are beginners and just now starting to wear eyeliner, then I highly recommend this liner. I feel like I just said liner like 20 times, but you all know what I mean. So next I'm just going to apply the Luminous Lash Paradise in the shade Mystic Black. And this is by L'Oreal. It is the Better Than Sex Mascara dupe that everybody's been talking about. And I thought I would give it a try. Next, I'm going to be using a different mascara to do my lower lashes, and this is the Length Matters Buildable Lengthening Mascara by the brand Julep. And I got this in my Ipsy bag, and I love it for the lower lashes because the wand is so small. And that is it for the eyes. Now I'm just going to work on the eyebrows, and I'm of course going to use my Holy Grail, the Benefit Gimme Brow in the shade 3. And this is the brow gel, just because my brows can get a little bit out of control, and this still keeps them looking natural. And next I'm just going to apply the MAC Prep and Prime. It came in the 3 pack in their holiday collection. And I highly recommend that you get that because with 3 mini Fix Pluses, they're cheaper than getting one big one. And next I am going to apply the lipstick, the ColourPop Ultra Blotted Lip. And this is in the shade Drip. Okay, so now I'm going to work on my hair. I know I never do hair tutorials or anything, so let's see how this goes. So this is literally my hair when I wake up. It's a little bit crazy, but whatever. So I'm just going to brush it out. Alright, so now that that is brushed out, it just looks like this, all crazy and weird. But I am going to be using a cheap wand that I bought from TJ Maxx. This is the Zoe Professional wand. It has 3 interchangeable wands, I guess that's what you want to call it. Or barrels, actually. They're called barrels. And this is the medium one. I think like a 1.5 or 2 inch. I'm not really sure, so don't quote me on that. But it was like $15 or something, and it does the job. Now, a little disclaimer that I've watched so many hair tutorials and tried to do what other people do, but my hair is just different. So if your hair is not exactly the same as mine, this is probably going to come out differently than what it would do with your hair. That's why I hate watching hair videos unless it's like braiding or something, because your hair is so different that it's going to take curl differently. My hair will take curl very, very easily. Okay, so I'm just going to take a section, and I am going to take pretty large sections, and I'm just going to point the barrel down and wrap away from my face. And I'm just going to hold it there for a couple of seconds, not too long. And I'm going to leave the ends out because I want a wave look. And then I'm just going to put it on my hand, hold it for just a little bit, not too long, because I don't want a tight curl. And then I'm going to pull on the curl. And I'm going to kind of brush through it a little bit. Just because I don't want anything tight at all. So next I'm going to take another section, and I'm just going to continue doing this all over. So this section is done, so I just run my fingers through it. Once again, I would be super loose. I don't like my hair to be super curly, and now that it's long, I definitely don't want it to be super curly. I mean, it's not super long, but long for me. Then I'm just going to divide my hair again, and then work with the next section doing the exact same thing. If you all have hair like me that will literally let you do whatever to it, then I don't really think that you need to spend a lot of money on a really nice curling wand like Hot Tools or something like that. But now if your hair is more coarse or fine, I think fine hair is the same way, then you're probably going to want to invest in a good curling wand or iron. That is just my opinion. That's why I don't buy products for my hair that are super expensive, like Hot Tools and what is that, the T3 whatever. Yeah, I don't buy those. I just buy cheap ones from TJ Maxx and just work with them because my hair will do whatever. Bedhead is a really good brand for curling wands, but they're super, super hot. I do use a cheese straightener though, because they have adjustable settings, or at least mine does. You can get them without the adjustable setting, but mine has an adjustable setting, so I can kind of control how hot I want my iron to be. So that is why I have a Chi. So as you can see, it's super loose. It's still curled, but it is straight on the end. And now I'm just going to work on the last section. So my hair is mostly done. I just kind of pick and choose these sections that need to be curled, and that is basically it. This is how it looks. I have volume in my hair when it comes to like the bottom because I have so much hair, but when it comes to the top, it's very, very flat. So, but it's just something you work with. So this is my hair. Now I'm just gonna pop on some earrings and then I'll be ready to go. Okay, so I got these earrings from Francesca's, I believe. I wear them all the time. They are kind of heavy, so if you don't like heavy earrings, I do not recommend you buy these because they're super heavy. But anyway, this is the final look. I hope you all enjoyed this video. I know I never do a hair tutorial, so I figured you all would enjoy it. So that is also how I do my makeup on a daily basis and how I do kind of like a natural eye and a natural lip. So I hope you all enjoyed. Please like and subscribe, and don't forget to comment down below some videos you all would like to see, your opinions on any of the products in this video, and also how to keep your foundation from oxidizing. Really need to know that, guys. So if you know how, then please help a sister out. So anyway, thank you all for watching. Bye. So I'm just going to take it, I'm going to point it down, and I'm always going to curl. Ow!